what I like to start off with on all my sessions is more like the player history and just kind of cement what you want to touch on specifically. I have some things that fundamentally wise I like to touch on and give you some tips, and especially now that the fast-paced like lean style quick peek is kind of gone from Siege, it makes it better for the newer player.
Okay.
Be very
What's the new meta?
for
Like-
a while, Ubisoft just doesn't like the quick peek
Oh yeah, it's kind of hard.
taking advantage. So like, I guess you could say even from when like Bolo was still in Pro League up until now, they've kind of been tuning down the speed at which you can aim and the speed at which you can peek.
Oh.
And so, especially last season with the limb damage, it used to be that you could quick peek, and if they shot you in the arm, it wouldn't hurt you as much. But now that does like full damage, like it did before. So quick peeking with the leans and everything is really just for intel. What's meta-wise, like frames, and what exposes you as little as possible is stepping as far back from the angle as you can, and just strafing back and forth.
Oh, okay. Kind of
So
like
that makes
when you're
for
watching an
newer-
angle, watch it watch the angle on an angle kind of type thing.
Yeah, you try and line up the pixel, and if you want to make me host, we'll go into like a clear house, and I'll kind of set up these first few things. The nice part about Discord is I can show you my screen,
Okay.
so you can literally see what I'm talking about instead of it
Yeah.
being like third person.
Okay.
So we'll just go in as attackers on a random map, and the first thing we'll talk about is like our drone etiquette. So I'm gonna try and set you up to where you're always gonna be covering yourself. Most of the time, your team can help you do that job, but if you're always doing that, you can always help your team. You're not relying on them to help be covered. And so the first part of that is like, most people understand in prep phase, you want to use this first drone to put it in where I'm going to enter and be sneaky about it. A lot of times people get into like the misunderstanding that they need to spot the bomb with their drone in the prep phase, but honestly, the like more you play the game, the more you'll understand that if you just keep intel, it's better than if you know where they are. So you can choose anybody that's good for you. And the one thing I saw, I assume this is like you're a newer player, either this is like your first season or this is a newer account for you.
Yeah.
Just for the history sake, because I only saw Sledge on attack and then Smoke on defense.
Yeah. It's this is like an alt account, but like,
gotcha.
I'm like a returning player. I played like years ago, but then I returned, and but like I'm
Gotcha.
like I'm buns, so like
And then do you usually play solo?
yeah.
Okay.
I was like sometimes quick.
that was
I
about,
play
like, the
whatever,
only
like quick
thing I could
match on
see.
rank. I'm like I'm like I'm a hard stuck copper. I touched bronze last season, and then I went back to copper. Yeah.
Well, and with the matchmaker changes and everything, like it's not. If you had gotten those ranks in year one, you know what I mean? It's a different story because the matchmaker and everything is so different. So like it's not even 100% on the player right now, because a lot of it is like, yeah, it's just like it's almost become easier for me to play as a solo player with 10 years of history on an account than like anybody else. Because at least I know it's going to put me with like a certain type of player. Everybody else sort of gets a random pick between people they should and shouldn't play with, all in the same game, which screws their ranks up. So hopefully next season that'll be better, but just keep playing them. Like even if you lose a bunch in a season, I would just keep playing them. Next season it should change to where like the first 10 games are most important, but this season like every game is about as valuable.
Okay.
So don't get discouraged. Like if you play 300 games and you just to win, 100, it is what it is. Next season, if you play that many, you're probably gonna win a majority of those.
Okay. I heard something about like your skill is your rank type stuff.
Yeah, it should
Or
be
somewhat?
closer. So like they're hopefully getting rid of the sixth player on your team. Because like
Mm,
if the game thinks somebody on your team isn't where they're supposed to be, it adds an extra player to like weigh your matchmaking, and I think that really fucks it up because it's an imaginary weight. It's not
okay.
like anything that's really in the game. But they're not gonna make
Whoa.
it like straight placements.
Can you not swear? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding,
Oh,
kidding.
I mean I can.
Okay, go ahead,
But,
go ahead, go ahead.
but yeah,
Bombs
so like
away.
for the prep phase drone, what I just want you to keep in mind is like a
Are you a
safer
FaceTime
drone.
fanatic?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
okay,
I
cool.
have been.
All right.
But the main thing I want you to keep in mind with your drone is like a safer drone is a better drone. So
A
even
safer
if
drone.
I don't see it, if I see half as much, but they never destroy it,
Mhm.
it's better.
Okay,
So
okay.
like, and this goes to Valk cams, any sort of intel. The
Yeah.
safer you can make it, the more info it can
Oh,
actually
okay, okay.
give.
All right, all right.
So like instead of getting up here, even though I have a clearer view, they have a clearer view of me. So just start applying this to everything to where like if I'm
Okay.
going upstairs, then I'm going to start looking up at the ceiling. Where can I hide my drone on the ceiling?
Okay,
So
okay.
like this map isn't great for it. There's like Chalet's really good, and there's a lot of maps with ceiling fans, but like on this one, I usually just get to, oh
Is that
god, if I can
AI?
make it. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
okay.
just an AI.
Do they shoot?
Um, no, he won't shoot the
Okay, okay.
drone, but
Okay.
he'll lock on us. I cannot make this jump to save my life. There we go. So I'll sometimes get
Okay.
up here,
Hmm.
and then you can make it over. If you use the trajectory, you can see where you'll land.
Oh, that's an option, right? The trajectory.
Yep, I press right
Oh.
stick to see where I'll land,
Okay, okay.
and then I'm able to hide my drone a little bit better. Like this one, I might need a little boost. Oh, I didn't make it. But it's just this idea of like,
Can you get
I
up
don't
there?
want to. I don't want to. Yes, you can get
Okay,
up
okay.
there. It just takes some
Oh,
time.
yeah.
But the
So like a
main thing we're going
destroyed.
for
Yeah.
is we, instead of trying to run your drone where you think sight is, like if I even think they're gonna be here, I'm
Mhm.
not even gonna put my drone over here. In fact, what I'm
Okay,
gonna
okay.
try and put, if I think this is sight, I'm gonna put my drone like on the opposite end of the map to where I can watch their roam on this side. So I'll kind of set up a drone all the way in
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
dorms so I can see this side, and then I'll enter over here because I'm a lot safer.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Gotcha.
And just don't feel inclined to rush your drone to sight. It's worth some points, but if you deny them the 10 points of your drone, you might be able to get 100 points, 200 points off the kills from the flank watch that the
Oh, okay,
drone
okay, okay.
provides. So like these pieces of intel are more important than whatever gadget you're using. If you're not using these correctly, it doesn't matter who you picked. You're
Okay,
probably
okay.
going to get killed by somebody
Yeah.
because you're not. So it doesn't matter who you play on attack. Always just set up. We want to be nice and safe in like the first minute and a half on attack and use the whole round. And the best way I can do that is make sure my flanks are always covered. So
How long is the round?
3
3 minutes.
minutes.
Okay. So like a destroyed drone is better. No, it's worse than like bad positioned in quotes drone. Like
Yeah, I'd rather you not even find the objective and you guys have 5 drones.
okay, okay.
But that's like an ideal. Like you're not going to
Yeah.
run into that, but that would just be like the enemy's not sure what you're doing because they
Mhm.
didn't find your drones, and you can kind of have an idea of what they're doing because they're in a certain site on defense that kind of dictates what they're going to be able to do and what's important. And
Okay.
if you're just aware and cautious of where they can get aggressive, they're kind of stuck to play the disciplined position, which most
Yeah.
people suck at.
Okay,
So
okay.
like on
Like me.
attack, just always be ready for them to do something crazy, because then when you stop them from doing that, they literally have nothing to. They have no next option. Their next option is to hold a cross with their teammate and coordinate the spray when you swing, and nobody does that. So just always, and it's the easiest thing to be ready for. You don't have to use any intel or util. Like just watch the windows when you're walking
Mhm.
up to the building, even if you know nobody's there. I'm gonna
Okay,
have my
okay.
sight on it because if I'm already aimed in, I've beat him to the gunfight, and I just
Okay,
am
okay.
never gonna try and give the defense that advantage
All
because they
right.
have to get aggressive in that way to stop us from taking ground. So that's enough for the first drone. What we'll do now is we're just gonna go set up our second drone
Mhm.
as if like they were in this top floor site. If you want to follow me with your player,
Operator.
yeah.
All right. All right.
So
So
we'll just go ahead.
like when that, cause like I agree with you, but no buts. But okay. Let me just say what I'm gonna say. Wait, like I'm not like when I drone, I go straight like what you said. I go straight to find the objective because like I don't have map knowledge. So like
Right.
that finding it will give me a clue of like where to go. So like I guess map knowledge. I need map knowledge. I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in that way, I guess I wouldn't say like, yeah, you're not gonna know where to put your drone exactly,
Mhm.
but just don't be in a rush to get in there.
Okay.
And
Okay.
sometimes if you're upstairs and they're not there, you can start to kind of figure out from sound cues or vice versa.
Okay. Okay.
Um, but then that's where I might start to get creative. Like this first round on most maps, they're gonna play the top floor objective.
Mhm.
That's kind of just like the way Siege goes. Unless it's a ranked setting and they have like a Kaid for the hatch in the bunker site, they
Yeah.
don't necessarily go that bottom floor first.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
like just set up in your mind like the first site's probably the top floor. The second site, if they win that first round, is probably the basement floor. And like beyond that, they're gonna if they replay something, you know where it's gonna be. And that's
Okay.
kind of like the flow of it. There's only so many shapes that Ubisoft can put a map into that makes
Mhm.
it competitive and like flow well.
Okay.
They
So like
can
when they
they
pick
can
top
do it in a
floor.
couple ways, but
Okay, okay. When they pick top floor and bottom floor, they're just like to cut off. Like you pick the middle, you gotta like playing vertical. You gotta watch the top and bottom. Is that why they choose like top floor or bottom, or it's just
uh
easier to
I would
defend?
I would say it's more just habit based because like
Okay,
if it
okay,
was
okay.
truly the good option, everybody would choose to go basement first while they have
Oh,
the operators to go basement, but nobody
oh,
does
okay,
that
okay.
until
All
we're
right.
in ranked.
Okay, okay.
So it's human psychology. Like very few people are doing the right thing. They're just doing what they think the right thing is because other people have done it or like they've told them to do it.
Yeah.
So if you can just understand that and then understand like what is my little advantage that actually is the right thing where I'm effectuating sight, whether that's opening breach or pushing them off of these holds. But it's just it sets you up in this it's not a complicated job. It's a nice step-by-step process where like you know what they're going to do. All you need to do is find one avenue to approach. And if you do that on attack, you'll have a higher KD and less deaths because you'll be taking like a safer option with a better idea of what you want to do.
Okay, okay.
Um, but I definitely get what you're saying. Like you don't have all the map knowledge to be making those decisions, so you just have to start on the low end of like be cautious on attack. And so that starts
Okay.
with our prep drone, and then what the next step of that is putting another circle in play with that. So our other drone comes in. And so this other drone will either come in before I enter,
Mhm.
like before I hop through this window, or as I get in here and I know that my immediate hallway is clear. If I have no intel on this next room, instead of dry peeking it like that and they walk up on me, I'm going to hop on my drone. And let me just get back to you.
All right. You got revived, right?
And
Okay.
yeah, it'll get me. So the whole reason we throw this second drone is not because I can't actually like do anything here.
Yeah.
It's that I want
Hold
to
on,
set
hold on.
up.
You said circle, like when you throw a drone, you said another circle. It's just
Yes.
like another like zone intel zone or something.
Yes. So you
Okay,
kind of want to
okay.
think of them as like you want to have overlapping circles, or else the circles don't really tell you anything. They tell you
Oh, okay,
things
okay.
about two different rooms, but they don't give me a picture of like, can I walk through this?
Oh, okay,
Like
okay.
I need my one in dorms as my prep drone here, so I know that my front is clear, and then I bring up my second circle and I use what I call like the leapfrog method, to where I'll either jump it past the drone behind to where I'm covering my ass over here, or I'll jump the drone further ahead because I know my ass is clear and I need to make sure I'm like good to walk up.
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah, if you just want to hop on my drones, you can see where they are. But you'll see from like this position, I'm able to look at both these rooms and switch back and see, oh, this guy just fucking walked in my hallway. Whereas if I just have my dorms drone, I only see one room and I have a huge gap. So I always try and do like overlapping circles and leapfrogs. And so the leapfrog really just helps me, like if I want to push here, what I might do, if I know my push is clear, I need to make sure my flank is good. So before I go ahead and just leave this position, I leave the drone to cover my ass. And then I'm able to push up and hold the door.
Yeah.
Reloading.
Because somebody could be watching that drone. They're like dead or something.
Yes.
Okay.
And just keeping this kind of distance between my drones actually lets me be safe and do what I need to.
Yeah. So,
So
like
proximity-
Siege is basically just covering your buns.
Yes. And
Okay.
if you get really good at doing that, when you have a decent team that you don't have to work as hard for, like you're able to use those drones to help them drone in, or you know,
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
But like you need to start by covering your own ass, and then you can cover someone else.
Okay,
And maybe
okay.
they can cover you because you know how to ask them, hey, please, will you watch this drone? Will you watch third cam or whatever? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Instead of like it's the first time you've ever, you know, done that.
Yeah.
If you set it up in yourself, you'll know how to teach someone else. So I guess the biggest things about what I just said is like proximity. If we're not close to our intel, we can't act on it. So like if I'm not near these drones, I need to close the distance before I try and make a move.
Okay.
And so that's like an either I need to bring the drones closer to me because where I'm pushing is farther from the drones, or I need to get closer to the drones because I actually want to push where the drones are at.
Got it.
So proximity, leapfrog to where like you don't have to
Does
just
it
keep
have
moving
an
one
imaginary
forward.
latch with your drone?
Right.
Okay. Don't go
And
too
then
far.
the circle
Right.
thing where like if I'm, and then this kind of applies like if my dorm drone got shot, you can still have, if you only have 2 circles, I become the second circle.
Oh,
So
okay,
like
okay.
I keep my proximity and then I try and watch something that my drone isn't watching because
Oh,
I can kind
have
of get the
eyes too.
intel from it. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Reload.
and then it leaves you, even if something wrong happens in prep phase and it didn't go exactly how you wanted, you can still work on the checklist that like we've set up, and it still has the same parts and pieces in working in the same fashion. It's just a little bit different, and you need to take a little bit more time because we don't have all the intel. So
Okay.
that's the biggest thing on attack. If you do this every round, even if your teammates are yelling at you for baiting, they should take this time, and maybe we wouldn't lose so many fucking attack rounds. That's
Yeah.
the truth.
Yeah.
So they just don't want to admit that.
Salute. Okay. Yeah.
So, and then it doesn't matter who you pick with this sort of setup. You'll at least, if you're the sledge and you're coming up here to get the vert for when they're in this restaurant or in the kitchen,
Yeah.
that's perfect. Or if we need to actually push through this to horizontally attack like bathroom in this office, we can use the same thing. So it doesn't matter who
I
we
forgot about
play,
that.
what job there is. We know what we're doing in like the first minute 30 on attack, and it's this. It's being careful. It's making sure they can't get aggressive on us because
Alright.
we have all the round to execute on site. If we try
Okay.
and do that early, and that's our only plan, we have no plan B.
Okay. Got it.
So like on the Pro League side, I don't know if you watch them very much.
I want to. No, you recently
like,
nah, nothing.
The best Pro League
I
matches.
probably watch Bulow's like YouTube channel or something.
Right. But like when they're rushing is not the most complex that the Pro League can be. That's when they're trying to get away with something easy.
Oh, okay, okay.
So like most of the time what you see in Pro League is because they all understand like the jobs to a T, they just take really long time and they set up and they get what they need and then they execute.
Okay.
And they only really rush once they've set the tempo that the team thinks they're going to take that slow crunch time.
It's like
So
forward info and then just
execute.
execute.
Because if all you plan and show the enemy team is a rush, it's very easy for them to deal with that on defense. And if
Yeah.
you don't have like a plan B, you
could
can't.
just be-
You don't
they
have
could
the
just be, like-
operators to move.
Yeah, they could just be like literally waiting on a corner, and then you
Right.
rush in, you just get slaughtered.
You don't have breach to get
Yeah.
certain things, and yeah. So like, always do the long, slow play on attack because that's the thing that's going to give you the most advantage and adjustment on the enemy team, regardless of what they do. Whereas if you're rushing, have a good reason for rushing. Where like I've been playing really slow, so I'm going to change it up,
Oh,
or you know what I mean. There needs to be a
kinda
reason
like when,
for it.
like, let's say
Otherwise, you're wasting it.
Okay, kind of like when your girlfriend's at home and you're trying to get to her. Is that siege?
Right.
Okay.
You gotta-
alright.
You got to have a good reason, otherwise it's not good enough, and they end up seeing that like on the face and then shutting you down.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Yep.
Alright.
You got to like
made
be
no
a little
sense, but
smart
okay.
about it.
Okay. Good.
Like
Alright.
you can't let them know what you want, or else you won't get it.
Right. Let's
Yes.
go.
So, but
W
and that's
coach.
attacking can be very easy because it can be
Is there
just as
friendly
easy
fire?
as
Okay. No.
yes. There. Well, I think there is.
Ah!
You just missed.
How? I shot you right in the head. Is your helmet bulletproof? That's crazy.
I was leaned, so it was
Okay, okay,
the
okay.
hitbox was probably off. That's why.
All right.
And was it the back of my head? The backs of the heads right now are really fucked.
no, it was like right, like on your mask.
Huh.
I kind of like ADS a little bit.
Huh.
Kind of went like that. Or probably scraped you or something. I wasn't
Yeah,
like.
I have a dot.
I was not ADS'd. Probably
But
wasn't.
so this is the one thing that like defense is easier for most people because you're already in the building and you kind of just have to wait around, right? The way we can make attack that same kind of style is by getting in the building safely every time. And so if you just do this drone work, you'll have a lot more confidence on attack because you won't be dealing with like somebody on the entry, and you'll be able to identify where somebody's sitting and maybe change where you're entering so that it's safer. So
Alright.
so now what I want you to do is
After this coaching session, can we 1v1? Or no?
oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm down for anything. I did want to get like your current sense. What are you rocking right now for sensitivity?
Right now, I literally up the vertical and horizontal 2 notches. That's it. Basically.
Oh, from default? So you're
Yeah.
what, 12 or 1222?
Yeah. Should be
Gotcha.
faster. Or
I mean,
it all
I would
depends.
say yes.
Okay.
But
okay. I get.
like
yeah, I agree
I have
with
a
that.
I have a buddy and he broke his thumb and it doesn't move right. So he can
Oh.
use a super high sense that I could never use and he can never use my sense. So like unless you
Ooh.
got something like that, you can
Can you do a
probably just
360?
use
Yeah. Sorry. All right. Okay.
So
Sorry.
what I use is 70-70.
It's
But I
like,
also use
Do you change to anything else, or it's just the regular, like vertical, horizontal?
I use like a bunch of weird shit, but I kind of
Okay.
experiment with it. For you, what I would say
Yeah.
is go to 37 for the vertical.
37.
And it's going to be a lot for a little bit, but we're going to turn your ADS down and it's going to smooth things out
Okay.
so you don't have to move as fast. And then your horizontal is going to be 54. And what's your current 1.0 and your 2.5? Or are you using standard where your ADS sense is all the same?
ADS controller ADS sensitivity 50. Yes, standard.
So you're standard. Okay, so what
Yeah.
I would say to change it to, and that's probably why like you feel comfortable with the hollow on attack, because it's just that one speed, and for the most part, a fast hollow is a lot better than a slow ACOG, and that's probably where it's at right now.
Okay.
So what I
So
usually do
you
for like the
got a knowledge
1.0,
on like sights and all that. Like the speed and
Like
all that.
which one should be, or what do you mean?
Like which one should be faster ADS? Which one is okay with
Because
default?
what I'm basing my stuff on is like the old Shadow Legacy sensitivity, where like the hollow and the ACOGs were literally the same sensitivity back in the day.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's this calculator online that like took the Ubisoft values from their website and like figured it all out. But basically, like through all of that, we found that 42 on 1 times and 61 on 2.5 will make those to feel about the same. To where if I turn my hollow
Oh,
to the left a little bit, it's the same amount of left on my ACOG.
oh,
And
okay. Yeah,
and
that's like that's
what
some
that ratio
nerd.
is 1.3. So if you ever have like another sense later on,
Mhm.
if you get really comfortable with one of your sensitivities, and usually what it is like your hollow feels good, but your ACOG feels a little bit off. And so what I do is I multiply my 1 times by 1.3, and then you get like the 2.5 times magnification,
Oh,
where they
okay.
should scale to be about the same.
Oh,
Um,
all right.
so do 42 and 61, and then what do you run for like an FOV and a monitor?
4261, 2.5, 61.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
61 and the 1 times is 42, and you'll have to move it to advanced.
Yeah, got that. Um,
Um,
what about the monitor?
and then what do you run for FOV and what size is your
Oh,
monitor?
okay. All right. FOV, yeah. Auto count. It has to be like all the way up, right? I was at 60
I
right
mean,
now.
you can do what I like 90 because it gives me the most peripheral vision on my ACOG.
Uh-huh.
But sometimes I like to lower it because what it'll do is bring your hollow closer to your face.
Oh,
So, like for me, I'm on like a 27-inch monitor. I usually run 90 or 86. If I really want to, I'll turn it down even more, but then it starts cutting into my peripheral vision on my ACOG to where like I'm too tunnel visioned.
Okay.
So I would just pay attention to that. But 84, 86 on like a 24 to a 27-inch monitor is great. 90's fine once you get used to it. It
Yeah,
just
I got
helps
a 20.
having
I
like the
think I got a
side view.
27.
And then like the one thing I'll say about FOV is that if you ever don't feel locked on your sensitivity, instead of changing your sense, just try
Where you go?
adjusting your FOV a little bit.
Oh,
So like if
yeah.
I ever get on and I feel like I'm too quick, what I'll do is I'll increase my FOV because then it makes my screen bigger. And if I'm ever get on and I feel like my sensitivity is too slow, I decrease my FOV so my screen gets a little smaller and it makes my movements feel quicker. But then I
Oh.
will put it back to what I was comfortable with once I'm warmed up. So it's
Yo,
just a
you can
way of like
manipulate
not
settings.
messing it.
Okay. It's like kind of like a chemical. The settings
Yes.
are chemicals, literally.
Because sometimes I don't want to mess up where my sense is at. And like you
Yeah.
touch a couple numbers on your sensitivity and you completely feel wrong. Whereas if you just touch your
Okay.
FOV, warm up, turn it back, you'll be right on target.
Yeah.
And so the one thing I'd say about attack is everybody where you can try and bring an ACOG. This is the other
Okay.
part of the meta that's shifted
Do
very
you agree
recently.
with this? What I'm about to say.
Go ahead.
Pros have the magic settings. It's like the Krabby Patty formula. No? Or
They have
am I-
the best
am I
settings for
stupid?
them. Yes, they have the best settings for them. Like
Oh,
nobody in the
okay.
world could ever tell them what would work better for them because they've played the most with that.
Oh,
That's for
So
sure.
it's like okay, kind of curated to them.
That's
how
where
they
I
want it.
get
Okay.
wary about like what someone else does is not great for everybody.
Yeah.
And so like
okay.
we need to find out what portion of what they did good everybody can do good. And that's what you can tell people to like carry with them. Otherwise, you just get hung up on like weird metas that aren't really good or things that are popular because they haven't been dealt with, not because they're strong.
Okay.
So,
Got it.
yeah, I mean, I listen to what they say, but none of their like settings are really going to help us on console.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah,
the one
your
thing that I
Xbox,
always go
the whole
to
the whole way?
is
Your Xbox?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I've been Xbox for like 16 years.
Okay. Let's go. W gamer.
But the one thing, if you get comfortable with this sensitivity, because it's gonna be fast for you. Um,
It kind of feels good.
but the advanced settings are where I would like, if you need to scale this up, touch those. So if you look
Sorry.
at those real quick, the way that I use the advanced is
Reloading.
I only touch like my 360 and my recoil control. So when you're looking at the advanced controller options, you'll see
Yeah.
that horizontal look acceleration. That just touches my out of scope 360. So like if your sense is ever a little slow, but not necessarily like the control of it, but what you wanted to make your 360s faster,
Mhm.
that's where I will touch it.
Oh, repeat that. The 360. How do I get that faster?
So for me,
Or
what
by
I do, I
vertical sensitivity?
put that horizontal look acceleration to 100.
Is
So
it
then it
advanced?
makes
I don't see.
yeah,
That.
and advanced at the bottom.
Oh, you gotta enable it.
Yep, and then you
Horizontal look
can scroll it over. You might want to start. I mean,
It's at 20
Yeah.
right now. Where should I put it?
you should start at like 50,
All right.
and then let's do a. You'll see the ramp up time, look
Yeah.
acceleration ramp up time. Put that to 0.25, and so that's 0.25 seconds, or 250 milliseconds is what that's doing.
Wait,
that's the
acceleration ramp up time. Look.
Yep. It's
the look,
basically
right?
it's gonna set how long it takes for your acceleration to reach 50%.
What should I put it
So
on?
it's gonna take 0.25.
So lower it. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Also, oh, nice. This is nice to know.
And then
Literally
when you-
chemicals.
go down to the most important thing about this advanced though is our outer threshold, because like you can set these values to perfect numbers, but if your outer threshold isn't right, it's going to start activating at the wrong time. And
Huh.
so the outer threshold is basically like the reverse of your controller stick dead zone. It's the edge, it's the fringe
Okay,
like
yeah.
little bit that the controller starts activating that acceleration on.
Okay.
And so for the most
Where should we
part,
put
we
this?
want this acceleration to happen when we are flicking. So that's going to be on the edges. But don't be afraid to like turn that threshold up if we're using a slower acceleration. So like I run 100 look, 30 horizontal ADS, and 90 vertical ADS acceleration. So I'm running
That's
like
high.
a 5 outer threshold. So it engages only when I'm at the edges trying to flick and get that extra amount.
Yeah.
Whereas if I brought it up like before in the past, I've run 15, which is halfway, and then 18 or 20 as well. And then you could run like a lower acceleration with no ramp up time, or maybe like a higher ramp up time so that you can manipulate it more. But that's what the advanced acceleration stuff does. And
With
I
the
would
settings
really
you
just
gave me?
pay
The outer
Yeah, the
threshold. What should I put it on?
for
Lower or
you.
high?
Like that. What's your dead zone at?
Dead zone. Is it in controls?
Yeah, it'll be at the top. If it's base, it'll probably be 10, and we might want to just lower it to 5.
Oh yeah. It's 10.
Yeah.
5.
So lower both of those to 5. You're gonna have a lot. Your sensitivity is gonna go up quite a bit because you're not gonna have to move as much with your
Yeah.
stick for it to get like a physical input. And then because of that, I would also put your outer threshold at like a 6 or a 7.
There's also a dead zone for like the triggers. I feel like
I
that
would
should
just
be.
put those at 0.
Yeah. Like who made this game? Nah. All right.
And
So
mine, like, I don't know if you use a regular controller or not. Mine has like the stops in it to where, and I use like a Razer controller, and it turns
has,
them
like,
into
the
like
buttons in
mouse
the back.
clicks.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's my bad. I've used my mouse click on you actually after I already had the.
Yo, El Bully. Nah. Or so outer threshold. It should be higher or lower. It's at 15, I think default.
Yeah, do like 5 or 6. So like the the reason I asked your dead zone is because like if your dead zone's really high, you need to put your threshold pretty high, or else it might not understand that you've moved over there.
Oh.
So, but that's really only in like severe cases, like if you have stick drift and stuff. For the
Yeah.
most part, if you're chilling, you should be running like a 5.5, or if you're on like a GameSir controller or the Razer one, get as close to 0 as you can.
Yo, I feel like you ever watch Spider-Man? When he's about to fight, he realizes he has Spidey sense. That's how I
Right.
feel right now. It's like slow motion
Like
when I
you can
turn, but like
actually,
I have more control.
you can actually flick when you need to on the horizontal. And so one thing I want you to do is get your. Will you put an ACOG on that gun? Because I just want to make sure you're getting familiar with the 61.
Yeah, magnified B.
Because
Right?
yeah, I would use magnify like the ACOG. Yeah, that one. The A, I'm pretty sure.
Oh
Or is
my-
that 1.5?
This is magnified B.
Okay. Yeah, I guess A
This
is the
one?
1.5. Yeah, you're great there. That's perfect. And I just want to make sure you get familiar with how much you're gonna have to move your thumb now, because we're not gonna have to work as hard, and that's a good thing. Because we want to be smooth with our. We don't have a mouse. We have a
Oh
stick
my-
in our finger, so we want to be nice and smooth.
Joe, I'm smoother
And it-
than my other account.
And you
Don't-
see where I'm saying, where like it gives
Yeah.
you the power, where you're not
Oh my-
having to like re-flick your thumb as you're coming around a corner, where you've had that in the past with like jittery aim.
Yeah, I just created like wine. I don't know. It's a metaphor.
And so
okay.
the one way you can scale this up for your ADS, I don't know if you put any on there.
Yeah,
in the
my
advanced-
ADS no, I need to raise
So-
that up, right?
If you go down for you, I would put a very little bit of horizontal, like 15%. And then I usually, just like on attack
ADS
or on vertical,
acceleration.
yes, horizontal acceleration to 15. And just like on our vert and our horizontal, we kind of use like a 1-to-2 ratio. We're going to use that same sort of thing. So your vertical should be 30%.
My vertical acceleration 30.
Yes.
So higher it.
And then, yep, it'll be higher than your horizontal, but they're in like a 1-to-2 kind of ratio, because most of the time you're dealing with more vertical recoil than horizontal recoil.
Oh,
so-
okay.
That's where we need the power. Now, the last thing in the advanced that I haven't touched on is the base ADS acceleration ramp up time, or excuse me, base sensitivity ramp up time. It's at the very bottom, and since you're kind of gonna get used to this, I would use this as a buffer. It'll slow down your initial movement because you're gonna be overcompensating right now,
Yeah.
and put that to like 0.10. And do the same for your ADS acceleration ramp up
So-
time.
Base sensitivity ramp up 0.1.
0.10, 2 notches,
0.10. All right.
and then the same for your ADS acceleration ramp up. So we can just give you a little bit of buffer.
ADS acceleration is at 1.
Oh yeah, bring that down. Whatever those defaults are not good numbers. Just
Alright,
just put
2.10?
them to 0, and then yeah.
Wait, acceleration, ADS acceleration ramp up time 0.
Well, no, 0.10 is great, but for
Okay.
any of the other settings, they should be zeroed out. Like we don't want,
ADS acceleration delay.
yeah, no delay.
Oh, okay. Oh, I did feel like a little delay.
Because we do just want it to ramp. If we need to slow it down, we can turn that ramp up. But I don't want some delay in there that's gonna like, you know what I mean? When we start engaging, I want it to start engage. Now, if we need to slow down the engagement, we can. But
I
and
think I'm
then
gonna
now
use
let's
this
just
account instead of my other account.
and now just walk around and shoot. I just want you to make sure that like you're not over pulling on your thumb. Get used to kind of just getting your reticle to the target and then holding it there instead of having to like pull down with your thumb that you used to have to. And if it's not enough, that's where we can start adjusting. Or if it's too much, same thing. Just let me know what you're feeling.
Oh,
And you
yeah,
can like just run around with the guidance on and shoot these guys and kind of get in the moment. Like I always put the ping target on. There's a you can press the double screen button, and then it gives you pings for everybody.
Which one?
The scoreboard button. I don't know why they ever
Oh.
changed that shit.
Oh, okay.
It's not the pause button. Not the pause button. And I will always use Clearhouse to just warm up at the beginning with attackers, where I'm getting my aim good, and then I'll switch over to defenders. And you can do both in this one setting, or in this one lobby. Like I can go in and change the drill settings to defenders mid-game, and then we'll just go to a new map. So
yeah, my ACOG is like it is shooting up, like, but like I'm not holding down the button. Oh no! This is perfect. I literally
just figure out where that engagement starts, and then set your kind of mental
oh my god
muscle memory,
yeah.
and then you'll kind of get that feeling. But it'll be better than having to like hit the straight pull down. Because now if I pull down, I go to the floor.
Yeah.
So
I don't have to do that as
set it
much
up
to
where
get
I
this.
swing.
Oh, this is nice.
And so try and use ACOGs on everybody on attack, and then because that's where we're gonna get this advantage of being able to like push the distance on my gunfight. Because the other part of the meta is that defenders don't have access to the ACOGs except for on DMRs and slug shotguns. So we just need to use the advantage of the pixel.
Oh yeah.
And one's in bathroom.
Yeah, I feel like the recoil is just sitting, like where I'm shooting, just like slightly pulling down my thumb. Like it's not like
and then
crazy.
as you get more comfortable with that, now you know what these like adjustment notches do, and you can either increase just the acceleration or decrease the ramp up time if you need more speed, or you can do the opposite. You can increase the ramp up, but I would only do one of these things at a time. Don't be changing too many variables at once. I just wanted to set you up, like now you know what you can do with these things, and you can scale them to your needs. But for the most part, I usually leave my ramp up time alone, and then just increase my acceleration when I need to be like faster or bring it down. But
you put on do you turn on friendly fire?
yeah, we both just have triangles because we've killed each other before, so we.
That's
why it kills us.
Did he just bamboozle me?
No, it's not like a GTA motorcycle club. I didn't just turn off.
Right. All right.
But yeah, at least that I think will set you up on attack. You'll be a little bit more confident, a little bit more cautious, and like ready for the defenders.
All right. You want to like 1v1?
Yeah, we can hop in, and if you wanted to do like a couple pub games, just so we can like work on team play and shit, like I'm saying, where we'll maybe like I can kind of shape. Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna be doing that too, in game. Okay. You're gonna be pooping on everybody. All right.
Wait, say that again.
No, I said you're gonna be doing that in there too. You're gonna be pooping on everybody.
I mean, maybe. You never know. It is just gonna be two of us.
Yeah. You wanna go do that?
The majority of our team could work against us, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think that would be super helpful. Like, you'll be able to really just focus on what's effective for you as a solo player.
Yeah.
And then we can hop in and do like a 1v1 in this.
All right. So you want?
Because I played solo for most of my career, and like I would play with squads and stuff. But when I was playing ranked, or like I would say like 7,000 matches of my 15,000 is probably just like solo, where I'm just by myself. Where the other half is probably with the squad.
Oh, okay. You like playing
So
like
I figured
solo
out
or with a
ways to
squad?
help. What do I prefer?
Yeah.
Definitely the squad.
Yeah.
They make my life easier when they do what they're supposed to, but they make my life harder when they're not doing what they're supposed to.
Okay.
And so, yeah, if it's a coordinated team or team of people you know, it's always better than being alone. But if it's as soon as it devolves, you'd rather just mute your party and not have
Yeah,
that
yeah.
influence what you're thinking.
Okay. You said career, like you take this like as a job, career. Siege?
I mean, I used to do it for free. Now I'd get paid for it.
Okay,
At least
yeah.
it's worth something.
Yeah. Okay.
But I would.
Nice.
It's all about if they want to learn or not, you know.
Yeah.
Because I've helped people that get scholarships to play and they care less to learn than someone who just plays for fun.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's all about their attitude, and like stay light and be nice to yourself when you can. But that's not how I am personally. But that's maybe not everybody.
All right. And if let's say like I have people that want to learn, I could like suggest them to you.
Yeah, definitely. And if they're like in your team sort of thing, I'd be happy to do like a team play sort of setup. Like that's one session that I might have later today, is helping a guy with his duo, where like they can play together a little bit better.
Nice. All right, this account I have
Because they're just a little discoordinated.
Okay.